That's not our business. Our business is, do they have a problem to solve? Why is it important for them to solve this problem now? What are the consequences if they don't solve this problem? What's gonna help them solve this problem? And what's the vision? Where are they trying to go? Guys, we're trying to just solve for the gap. Where are they at and where do they wanna go? It's that simple. Welcome back to another episode of the Closers Network podcast. Guys, the Closers Network is a free community on the Skool platform. That's SKOOL. If you're not in it yet, you should be, because it's completely free, and the same individuals and team leaders that have scaled our sales agency, One Call Closers, to $200 million in revenue in just the last 5 years are the same individuals that are giving you 5 days a week live training inside of the Skool platform on the Closers Network. Guys, Monday through Friday, 1 hour a day, live training calls. We give you guys free courses. We give you guys free content. It's huge. So make sure, if you're not already in the Closers Network, click the second link in the description below to join. And if you're interested in one-on-one coaching to up your skills, your mindset, your habits around the sales game, right? And if maybe you're already on an offer looking to make a ton more money, or maybe you're looking for an offer and you're looking for an opportunity like that, click the first link in the description below and you can schedule a call with me, guys, to chat about it. That being said, today's episode is gonna be a little bit different, guys, because I'm gonna share a story about how really impactful what we do here in sales is. And so today, guys, I'm gonna be talking about selling the sales profession. I don't care what type of industry you're in. I don't care if you do remote sales, if you do door-to-door sales, if you do telesales. It doesn't matter, guys. If you're in the sales profession, you should be proud. You should be excited to have the opportunities to change lives every single day. And I'm gonna share a story today of a few years ago. One of our clients that we sell for, we actually went down to an in-person event, right? Down in Seattle. And it's crazy, guys, this story, because it really showed me the power of what we do in sales and how absolutely we're changing lives every single day. But this story, guys, goes one step further. This talks about saving lives. This is the story of, we're gonna call him Jimmy for the purposes of this video. Now, imagine this. Imagine we're selling a lot of programs, we're getting a lot of people on board, and as a part of that mentorship and coaching package that we sell, right, these individuals get to come out to an in-person event as a part of that, which is awesome, it's cool. And so as part of the sales team, we went down to the in-person event, right? We had our own booth and everything, but there's hundreds of people that are coming from all over the world to attend this event in person in Seattle. Now, here's the crazy thing. We're the sales team. There's about 4 or 5 of us that have went there from our side, and we're getting to meet people. We're having a great time. It's awesome. And we had heard about this particular individual that ended up purchasing one of the programs while he was homeless, living in his car. This is the story of Jimmy. So here's the crazy thing, guys. This is when I realized the full circle, full force of exactly the power of what we do. And in the words of Jimmy, we saved his life. Now, you're probably thinking, what the heck does that even mean? You saved his life. Guys, it's a crazy story. I'm excited to share it with you. So we had a closer on the team, and Jimmy was on the call looking to purchase this real estate mentorship. Jimmy was living in the car at the time, basically homeless, and looking to get away from all of the bad friends and circles and groups that he's been a part of, right? Some really bad stuff, to the point where gang activity, right? Jail, all this kind of thing, drugs, all of it. And so we were at this event, and it's maybe the second or the third day, and we're at the hotel. There's a restaurant at the hotel, right? And it's a pretty big restaurant, so we're all kind of scattered across the place. And You know, a lot of people from, of course, the real estate coaching are there and they're having dinner or they're at the bar. And our team, the sales team, about 4 of us, were just sitting at our own little group. And it was me, Antonio, Christian, and Rich, founder and CEO of One Call Closers. So the 4 of us, Antonio, Christian, me, and Rich, are sitting down. And all of a sudden, we get approached by a gentleman named Jimmy. And Jimmy comes up to us and he's like, "Are you guys the sales team?" We're like, "Yeah, we're the sales team," you know, and everything like that. And he goes, "Oh my gosh." He's like, "Do you guys know who Marissa is?" And Rich goes, "Marissa? Marissa's my sister. Of course I know who she is." This guy, Jimmy, literally grabs Richard by his shoulders, looks at him straight in the eyes, and says, "Dude, Marissa saved my life." And we're all tripping out over there. We're like, what is this guy talking about? What do you mean Marissa saved your life? Basically, Marissa talked Jimmy out of getting a refund and getting Jimmy's head in the game and focusing on showing up, being hungry, coachable, and willing to take action, just like the mentorship taught. And it's so crazy because as he's grabbing Rich's shoulders and telling us, "Your sister saved my life," with his eyes like just really big, open like this, like he's in shock, like he couldn't believe it's us. And he's telling us this story about how he goes on. And he goes on to basically make $100,000 in wholesale assignment fees in the program that he bought within about 8 months of joining that program. So this is about a year after. So almost a year had gone by since Marissa had signed him up for the program. He had obviously shown up. He had done the work. He had now come to the event. He's there in person. And he's talking about how if that day Marissa didn't talk me out of getting that refund, I don't know where the heck that I would be. Honestly, he said, I'd probably be back to exactly where I was with the crowd I was with, doing the same things I was doing, letting my life go to waste and not having the opportunity or the ability to do anything that I've done over the last 8 to 10 months. Guys, the guy went on to make 6 figures in wholesale assignment fees and also bought a house for himself in the same year. Okay, 6 figures income to purchasing a house for himself in the same year, from going homeless to 6 figures and buying a house, guys, in less than a year. And he told us he wanted to thank us for giving him the opportunity and talking him out of that refund. And he said, "You guys have saved my life. You guys literally saved me from going back to the misery that I was in, to the environment I was in, to the people I didn't want to be a part of, to the drugs I didn't want to be a part of." And this guy said, "You guys saved my life, and I just want to thank you and thank Marissa for that." God, man, like, I can't tell you the emotion and the goosebumps and the feelings that we were having in that moment. And it wasn't until that moment that I realized, like, holy crap, like, what we do is bigger than us. We talk about we're changing lives. But it wasn't until that moment in time where I got to experience that become a reality in person at that event where it hit me. And the conviction, the confidence that we got from that moment, the belief in what we do, the belief in the product, the belief in just sales as the profession. Guys, sales, the profession, is what I'm selling here, not just the real estate mentorship, not just remote high ticket sales. If you're in any sales opportunity, in any sales position right now, you have the opportunity to save lives, guys. Just like Jimmy said that we helped save his life. Now, I'm not making this stuff up. This is straight from the mouth of Jimmy, okay? You can go ask Christian, Chubbs. You can go ask Antonio. You can go ask Rich. This all happened in person. We didn't ask him to walk up to us. We didn't know he's gonna walk up to us. We didn't even know Jimmy was there. We didn't even know the guy that Marissa sold was even there. Guys, this is so crazy, so powerful. And it just is a testament to the opportunities that we have every single day that we get to change and save lives. So if you're in the sales profession, be grateful that you have this opportunity to have no ceiling, to make as much money as you want while having the ability and the opportunity to save lives, guys, because don't make no mistake about it. That's exactly what you're doing. And here's the crazy truth of the matter. Sometimes we're never going to hear the stories of Jimmy. If we never went to that event, how the heck will we have known what Jimmy did and what Jimmy's been up to? We wouldn't. And unfortunately, that's probably 90+% of the people you've ever signed up in whatever program, product, or service that you got them into. You probably end up not hearing about them. And so you don't know what happened to that person, what they did with the opportunity or not. And here's the thing, we cannot play God. We can't assume on these calls, I feel like this person's gonna show up and do the work, or I feel like they're not. That's not our business. Our business is, do they have a problem to solve? Why is it important for them to solve this problem now? What are the consequences if they don't solve this problem? What's gonna help them solve this problem? And what's the vision? Where are they trying to go? Guys, we're trying to just solve for the gap. Where are they at and where do they wanna go? It's that simple, right? And if we focus on that, we focus on solving for that problem, we have to give everyone the opportunity without making judgment calls ourselves just because we feel like this person might do good or we feel like they might not do good. It's not up to us. We have to give everyone the opportunity if they admit to having a problem and wanting to solve a problem and wanting to go from A to B. That's the bottom line, right? We don't sell anyone anything that they don't want, right? All these people that are showing up on the calls with us, they've all volunteered to have that conversation. They volunteered in their name, email, and phone number, right? They volunteered that information. They voluntarily went in and scheduled a call at a day and a time that worked best for them. I didn't make them show up for this call. They willingly showed up for this call, which means there's an active problem that they're trying to probably solve. Most people showing up on those calls. And it's our job to get in there and in our discovery phase of the call, figure out what is happening here. Is there a problem for me to solve? And if there is, I better make sure I'm going to stay freaking convicted and stay in the close, right? If I've determined that there's a problem for me to solve and this person is genuinely looking for the help to solve that problem. And that's what I wanted to hit across today, guys, is make sure if you're selling something and you have even one testimonial you've ever heard of, even if it wasn't your client, make sure you believe and you're bought in to what you're doing. Guys, because you have the opportunity to change and save lives every single day, especially in what we do in coaching programs and masterminds, right? But in any sales profession. But it's so crazy how big the opportunity is. It's up to the individual and what they're willing to do with it, right? That's the X factor, is the individual and whether or not they're going to show up and do the work. And again, we cannot play God. We have to give every single person the opportunity, because even someone like me who thinks, oh, you have a little bit of experience. Oh, you've taken more than 10,000 calls. You probably know this stuff. Guys, till today, you don't know. You think you know. You're like, oh man, this person's gonna do great. Oh man, I don't know about this person. I've had that happen so many times where I've made a judgment call and that person who I thought was gonna not do good ended up being the best, or that person I thought was gonna do the best ended up bombing. Both sides and both things could be true. And so you don't know and you're not gonna know. And so therefore, present everyone the opportunity, especially if you know there's a problem to solve and you're convicted and believe in your product. So this is just a reminder, some Sunday service for you guys, to stay in the close, stay convicted in what you're doing. Know that the opportunities that you have give you opportunities to change and save lives, guys. And that's all I'm gonna talk about today. We're gonna keep it short. We're gonna keep it simple. I just wanted to fire you up today. Remind you that you're a badass. Remind you that even if you've chosen this path of sales, this crazy path of no security, no base, no salary, you must have a couple marbles or a couple screws loose in your head, right? If you're in this profession and there's no certainty, no guarantees. No, guys, you know exactly what the opportunity is. You know, if you work hard, you show up, you improve your mindset, your skill set, your habits, that you could make 6 figures, multiple 6 figures, and potentially even 7 figures in this space in sales with no barrier to entry. So that's all I have for you today, guys. I just wanted to remind you, you're out there, you're struggling right now, you're a freaking badass. Make sure you stay focused, stay in the game, Show up to our live coaching calls if you need to get your head right, Monday through Friday. Check out our calendar in school. And guys, if you're looking for one-on-one coaching, you're looking at either 2-3x your current commissions on an offer that you're on now, or you're having a tough time finding an offer, a legitimate one that has a lot of testimonials that you could be bought into, guess what? You could get placement through our sales agency at One Call Closers. And yes, there is an investment, but there's an investment that you can get back, right? So it's more of a deposit. Are you willing to bet on yourself? Why would we take a bet on you if you're not willing to make a bet on yourself? And so whatever dollar amount that you invest with us to get your coaching plus placement on the offers that we have to sell, once you hit $500,000 in cash collected, which means you would have made $50,000. Once you make $50,000 in your pocket, you get your investment back. What company or what organization have you ever heard of out there that'll give you an opportunity like that? I haven't heard of any doing this for 10 years, guys. So if you're serious about this, if you're serious about getting on an offer, if you're serious about getting coaching plus placement, and you want to give yourself a shot, you want to bet on yourself, then make sure you click the first link in the description below, schedule a call with me, let's chat, and let's see if it makes sense to get you on board, welcome you to the One Call Closers family, get you on an offer, and help you work your way towards earning your investment back. And I'm going to end it there, guys. I hope you guys got a lot out of today, because I hope that it inspired you to remind yourself that the profession you're in and the things you're doing, you're on the right track. Keep it going, adopt the right mindset, skill sets, and habits, guys, and you'll be on your way to massive success in this industry. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Have an awesome rest of the week, guys. I hope to see you on the next episode of the Closers Network podcast.